Priya K. She says, I'm a woman, but want to say how much your content has been so helpful to me. I honestly think what you preach is universal. Listen to your podcast every day and taking the action. So thank you. So shout out to the ladies who follow you who think it's not just for men. And also she sends a super chat, first super chat. So shout out to you, Priya. She says, I'm taking daily actions for my goals, but feel impatient, like I need to go even faster. Friends also fell off as I changed my lifestyle. What's your tips on putting your head down, grind, and be patient in a quote unquote long game?
Yeah, so I think for people who are high speed, low drag, one of the virtues that we don't have is patience, right? Because if you're high speed, low drag, you're ambitious, you have big goals and dreams, you want it now because you can taste it, you can feel it. You know what it's going to be like. Like before I owned the house that I own, I think I've told you the story. I would drive up that street. I'm not going to mention the street I live on. I would drive up that street. I would literally park at the end of it in the cul-de-sac, and I'd walk down to that property and I'd look over the wall. I'm like, oh my God, look at the acreage, look at the pool, look at the hot tub, like a detached garage. And I could taste and feel and sense myself coming home to that property. A year and a half later, one of the times that I was actually doing that, mentally kind of reliving it, the property was up for sale. And we negotiated and we were able to buy it. Great. And so it's crazy, man. But, you know, I wanted it a year and a half sooner. We had the money to get it. It's just, it wasn't up for sale. And so patience is a virtue that people who are high speed, low drag, and ambitious have to learn. And look, this is what she has to do. Just keep your head down and do it. Time will go by no matter what, and the outcome will be produced, but it will be at the speed of the universe, of your creator. I've long realized that I could only lean into something for so much. The rest of it happens, you know, at God's will, at your creator's will, and that's all you can do about it.
Yeah. What about another part of the question where she says, and I don't even know if this is like the focus of it, but she says friends also fell off as I changed my lifestyle. Like, what about the people who follow you, and they're obviously the type of people that like are like you, where they want success, they want a above average lifestyle, and that's going to require some work. Sometimes friends don't want that. They're not on the same level as you, and you kind of have to drop them. Like, what advice do you have for them? Just kind of
accept it. When you change, your friends around you who don't want to change. And by the way, it's not like I went around wanting to change my friends. They just saw that I was different. Through their eyes, truth is, they saw that, you know what, B's not fun anymore. He's not coming out and drinking. He's not staying out late at night. We're not causing a ruckus or whatever, right? And so they kind of started fading out of my life. They started to say like, hey man, now you've become too serious. You're all about work now. Well, no, I've got a dream. I've got an ambition. I can sense it. I can feel it. I can taste it in my mind's eye. It's so clear to me, even though it hasn't come to fruition, that I'm locked onto that. And if you have something like that, you would understand. But if you don't, then you're going to want to fade away out of my life.
Right.
Or I have to fade out of your life because, well, I think I've told the story once before. I was looking forward to the Mondays, and my friends were looking forward to the weekends. Because I knew on Mondays, I could chart my own future. I could decide how much leads I generate, how much sales I make, and how much impact I have. My friends were like, hey, on a Monday, I go to work, I make the same hourly no matter how much I work, right? Whereas for me, if I worked harder, I made more money. And so I realized like, hey, I'm looking forward to Mondays, they're looking forward to weekends. For that reason alone, our value systems are so off that I have to part ways with them.
Right.
And be willing to. And new friends who fly at that level will come into your life. They will.